Hi there, it's SuperFizz. Today is November 28th, 2020. And so I've actually tried a few times to create this very short video that talks about the three pieces of software involved in running an Ethereum Beaconchain validator. And the reason I mess it up is I keep introducing vocabulary that is more complex than I can easily describe in 2 minutes. But the thing I'm describing is actually pretty simple. It's running three pieces of software that work together to produce a validator. And so I'm going to try again and really try to not include vocabulary that would have to be defined somewhere else. And so in order to become a validator, three pieces of software are required. The first thing that's required is a data feed from the Ethereum network. And so you get this data feed in one of two ways. You can run an Ethereum client like Geth, Besu, OpenEthereum, or Nethermind. And so this Eth1 chain monitors the deposits of Ethereum that go into the deposit contract. And so that's really the only relationship it has to the Beaconchain, is that Eth1 client looks for those 32 Ether deposits, and every time one comes in, it tells the next piece of software, the Beaconchain, hey, there's a new validator. Hey, there's a new validator. That takes us to the second piece of software, the the Beaconchain client. And so the Beaconchain client monitors this new chain, the Beaconchain, by adding blocks and monitoring the Eth1 chain for these new validators. And it's sort of the this Beaconchain client is the center of all of everything we're doing. It is basically the chain monitor. And so the third piece of software that we're looking at is the validator client. The validator client is often bundled with a Beaconchain client, and you may not even know they're separate. So if you're running one of the four mainnet launch Beaconchain validator clients, you're looking at something like Nimbus, Teku, Prysm, or Lighthouse. And so you'll often find the Beaconchain and validator bundled together, but the role of the validator as the third piece of software is to help you interact with the Beaconchain with your validator. That means you submitted 32 Ether to the deposit contract. The Beaconchain, because it's monitoring the Ether1 chain, sees that deposit, and then it allows your validator to interact with the Beaconchain. And so the jobs of your validator are to propose blocks on the Beaconchain and to kind of confirm blocks on the Beaconchain. And that is the thing that you actually get paid to do. So you run these three pieces of software, with the pinnacle being running a validator. And the job of the validator is to attest to blocks, which says, yes, that's a good block, and to propose new blocks on the Beaconchain. I hope that helps you understand the whole Ethereum staking software bundle. I know it can be overwhelming, but once you've played with it for a while, it does make a lot more sense. I hope that helped. SuperFizz out. Bye-bye.